Well, Eastern Iowa has plenty of stories to tell when it comes to the Olympics, including some athletes who nearly made it to Team USA. Luke Burdsall put his skis on and took a trip to Sundown Mountain to catch up with a local woman who once competed for a spot in the Winter Olympics.
So, a ski area opens in December and it's wrapped up by March.
You would be hard-pressed to find a moment where Mya Schaefer doesn't have a story to tell.
When spring hits, we go right into mountain biking.
But the most impressive story she could tell you is about her time chasing an Olympic dream.
I went to the Lake Placid Winter Olympics at age 10 and said, that's for me. I want to shoot for that.
At just 12 years of age, Mya began working her way through the U.S. ski team, starting with the Eastern Development Program to train and hone her skills. That led her to become a member of the U.S. Alpine ski team, racing in championships all over the world for the NORAM and Europa Cup tours, eventually competing for a spot in the 1992 Albertville Winter Olympics.
So I made it into the top 10 to 20 racers in the country. At that point, it's a very narrow gap to the top. You're talking about half a second here, second there.
She says she missed the cut by a fraction of a second, which would end up being the last chance she had to chase that dream.
Ski racing at that level, it's like racing cars. It's just you don't have a car there to protect you if you crash. By that point, I had 11 major operations. I took a downhill crash at 70 miles an hour off a camel roll and ended up unconscious for a couple of days in the hospital with a broken femur. I came back from that, but it was really hard to try to regain my rank.
But Mya's window closed after going through too many injuries due to the sport. So she spends her time now giving back to the next generation, hoping to train them to one day maybe be an Olympian.
Every time a racer is able to step their game up to do something we've been working on and accomplish it and to see them smile, I can relate to that 100%. I remember that.
Schaefer is now the coach of the U12 race team here at Sundown Mountain in Dubuque. She says the kids that she has taught have gone on to accomplish great things in the sport.
You have to go into each run with better strategy than the run before.
At the end of the day, Schaefer says being in a position where she can mold young athletes into high-level competitors is more meaningful than she can put into words, helping to put them in a position to succeed and take advantage of that short window of opportunity.
If you have a unique skill that in the sport, that being able to give back to the next generation is probably one of the most rewarding things you can do in life. Reciprocity is really important today, more than ever. So, yeah, that's what I like to pass along. That if you can give back, pass it on.